So, the newest generation of Pokemon has just been teased at the Pokemon Presents. At the end of the presentation, we got to see the first trailer for the newest mainline Pokemon games. The new trailer showed some great elements. We got to see the new region, we got to see a new character who we assume is the player character, indicating that the player customization is coming back. I mean, to be honest, if they didn't include that, it would be a massive downgrade. The trailer also showed some returning Pokemon such as Lucario and of course Pikachu. You also can't really overlook the fact that some of these shots look very reminiscent to Legends Arceus. And considering how good that game was, I'm okay with that. Now for the big news. As well as some returning Pokemon, we also got introduced to some new Pokemon. And it really doesn't take some overreacting Poketubers to tell you that these are the new starter Pokemon. We have Sprigatito, Fuecoco and Quaxly. Now, I don't know about you, but considering you clicked on this video, you must have an interest as well. One thing I always wonder is, what are the new shinies going to be? I decided to speculate and mock up what I think the shinies could potentially be. I want to try and cover as much ground as I can, so I have made about 5 or 6 for each Pokemon. So that is a fair few to get through, so I think we should just start. So we're going to start with Sprigatito. So, because it's Game Freak, we can't rule out the fact that they might just subtly change the shiny. Hopefully this isn't the case, although if it is, I guess it doesn't look that bad. But let's be honest, if you have a grass type, the best shiny to go for is a autumnal fall coloured Pokemon, right? If I had the choice, I personally would make it this orange autumnal colour, but as I've said, it's Game Freak, you never know. Although they are the most likely candidates, I did want to mock up some other colours just to see what we could potentially get. For example, I made a blue Sprigatito. I also made a pink and a purple. Although they do look good, I feel like they all have the same issue, and that's that it takes it away from the grass typing. Like, to me, that doesn't look like a grass type anymore. The pink variant just looks like a fairy type. And then the purple looks like a sort of like a mix between a psychic and a poison type. I also decided to make it grayscale, but Sprigatito, because its original is so vibrant, making it a grayscale almost just feels wrong. So I think if I had to pick a favourite for Sprigatito, it would be the autumnal fall colour. If I had to pick a most likely, I'm hoping it's going to be the full colour, but I think it's more likely going to be a more subtle change like this one. But time will tell. Moving on to Fuecoco, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So people have said that he's like a crocodile chili Pokemon, and well, he is a crocodile, and I definitely see the chili resemblance. Although to me, he looks a bit more like a piñata. I don't know why. I guess it sort of still adds into like the Spanish aspect that the region is supposedly meant to be based on. Because he's so happy, vibrant, and well, thick, he looks like a piñata. And these things on his head could almost resemble confetti, maybe? Anyway, moving on. So, if he is a crocodile chili Pokemon, there is one colour scheme that is very obvious, and that is green. It's quite rare for a Pokemon to pull off green, but I think because he's so vibrant to begin with, green really does fit. Another colour that is very hard for a Pokemon to pull off is brown. Unless they are designed to be brown, a bit like Pidgey, it just doesn't look right. But Fuecoco, I think, does look pretty good. I think I prefer the green, but I wouldn't necessarily mind if it was brown. Obviously, brown is quite similar to the red, but that's okay. Just due to some personal curiosity, I wanted to see what he looked like in blue and purple, and I think he does pull off the colours, but again, it's similar to Sprigatito being pink and purple. It really does take away from the fire typing, and unlike Sprigatito, he does look pretty good in grayscale. Although he's still vibrant like Sprigatito, because he's not as monochrome as Sprigatito, the grayscale does fit because you have the confetti-like appendages, I guess, that break up the grey. However, if you look back at some red and orange Pokemon, they tend to go yellow. So statistically speaking, I think Fuecoco is going to go a yellow colour. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think I would prefer one of the other colours, but if this was the shiny, I probably wouldn't mind. It could be a lot worse. Could be a Zapdos. The last Pokemon we're going to be looking at is, of course, Quaxly. Now, I know a lot of people love Quaxly. He's not my favourite, I will admit. I think Sprigatito is my favourite, and then Fuecoco, and then Quaxly. But that being said, I don't hate any of them. What I would hate, however, is if his shiny did this. There are a few white Pokemon that just really do have a bad shiny. I hope he doesn't follow suit. There are a lot of colours that I think this little guy would look very good in. For a start, if they wanted a subtle change, just make it like a bluey green, almost like a turquoise. I think it looks pretty good. It's different enough to warrant a shiny, but it's not out there. It's not too wild, you know? It's tame, but it looks good. Something that does kind of look good is purple and pink. I don't know why, something about Quaxly just fits purple and pink. That being said, a lot of blue Pokemon do go purple anyway. And another thing I wanted to try was orange. Orange looks okay. I do think because of the yellow beak it does look a bit plain, but I didn't really want to change the colour of the beak because, I mean, you can only really go for an orange or yellow beak, otherwise it just looks a bit silly. But no, I don't think orange is my favourite. I think if I had to pick from the colours that we've seen, I think either green or purple. But one colour I wouldn't make him is grayscale. Similar to Sprigatito, he just doesn't look right in grayscale. Because his body is primarily white, it's just, you need that colour to break it up a bit. But yeah, that is all three. If I had my choice of colour, I think I would go for a purple Quaxly, I think I would go for a green Fuecoco, and of course that full coloured Sprigatito. If I had to pick a colour that I think it would go, I think it would be a slightly different Sprigatito, I think it would be the yellow Fuecoco, and I think it would probably either be the purple or the ever so slightly changed Quaxly. But of course this has all just been speculation. If you had the choice, what colour would you want these Pokemon to be, and which one are you going to pick? For the first time in a while, I am stumped on who I'm going to pick as a starter. Like, based purely on their first form, I don't know. I don't think I want a Quaxly, but then the other two I just torn. I like Fuecoco, but I also like Sprigatito. I think it's got to be down to their final forms for me. But anyway, that was the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one.